In 1833, Emerson noted in his journal that he wanted to write an essay about nature. 3 years later, in 1836, he anonymously published Nature, his first major work. The 1836 edition began with a quote from the Roman philosopher Plotinus, while the 1849 version replaced it with one of Emerson's own poems. The Plotinus epigraph from the 1836 edition suggests that nature operates without thought or intention, reflecting one of Emerson's key ideas. Humans project their emotions onto nature. In contrast, Emerson's 1849 poem emphasizes the interconnectedness of life, portraying all beings as part of a continuous process of growth and transformation. This idea, with imagery like a worm striving toward higher forms, anticipates evolutionary concepts later popularized by Darwin. Emerson argues that people rely too much on theories and second-hand knowledge, losing the excitement of direct experience. He urges readers to reconnect with the world by setting aside old ways of thinking. Instead of learning about nature through books or science alone, people should immerse themselves in first-hand experiences to gain deeper insight into life and themselves. Progress is a central theme throughout the essay. Emerson emphasizes the need to let go of outdated ideas and embrace fresh perspectives. He warns against mistaking backward steps for progress, criticizing those who cling to the past. True progress, according to Emerson, involves revitalizing our thoughts and seeing with renewed vision. He distinguishes between nature and art. While art reshapes natural objects into something useful or beautiful, both are connected. Nature is more fundamental because it exists independently of human influence, while art reflects human participation in the broader patterns of life. Nature is everything outside the self, everything that is not me, including one's physical body. Emerson finds inspiration in the stars, which symbolize the eternal and encourage rediscovering wonder. Though stars are always visible, they remain distant and mysterious, reflecting how nature can be both accessible and elusive. This sense of mystery invites us to engage with the natural world more deeply. Emerson perceives nature in a holistic way, seeing beyond the surface. He believes anyone can adopt this mindset by shedding old habits, much like a snake sheds its skin. Approaching the world with childlike openness allows for new insights and connections. A recurring theme in nature is the unity of humans, nature, and a universal life force, which Emerson identifies with God. Standing in the woods, Emerson feels this force flowing through him, symbolizing his belief in the interconnectedness of all things. To fully understand life, one must move beyond the ego and merge with this larger force, finding freedom in selflessness. Emerson identifies three essential ways in which beauty serves humanity: through healing, spiritual enrichment, and intellectual inspiration. He explains that nature's beauty has restorative qualities, allowing individuals to escape the stress of everyday life. A walk through the woods or along the shore can uplift the spirit and provide peace of mind. However, Emerson warns that actively seeking beauty with the expectation of healing may result in disappointment. Paradoxically, those who immerse themselves in nature without seeking rewards experience its healing power more fully. Beauty also deepens spirituality. He suggests that noble thoughts and virtuous actions bring individuals into harmony with nature. The natural world seems to respond to those who live with offering spiritual fulfillment and meaning. Beauty stimulates intellectual growth, inspiring individuals to reflect on life's perfect order, which Emerson sees as an expression of God. This continuous process of thinking, acting, and reflecting creates a cycle of personal growth, much like the endless unity symbolized by a circle. Emerson explores the concepts of taste and art to illustrate the relationship between nature and humanity. Taste reflects a love of beauty, while art expresses this love through creation. For something to be truly beautiful, it must align with the larger pattern of nature, where harmony emerges from the unity of individual parts. Beauty is not isolated but interconnected with the whole of the natural world. Language is deeply rooted. Words originate from the physical world and symbolize spiritual realities. For instance, spirit once evoked the image of wind, while heart symbolizes emotion. These metaphorical connections become embedded in language, shaping human thought and communication. Nature serves as a universal interpreter, providing the metaphors that allow people to express ideas and connect with each other. However, Emerson laments that this shared understanding has diminished over time. In the essay's introduction, he notes a decline in creativity and vitality as people become preoccupied with material desires such as wealth and power. This distraction weakens the connection between humanity and nature, causing language to lose its original depth and meaning. As a result, words become more tools of deception, and new imagery ceases to emerge. Emerson emphasizes that the relationship between mind and nature is accessible to everyone, not just poets or intellectuals. He insists that this connection reflects divine will and can be understood by all people, even if the process of comprehension takes time. Emerson distinguishes between two mental faculties: understanding, which involves practical knowledge, and reason, which provides intuitive insight into spiritual truths. Through reason, individuals recognize moral lessons in the natural, as the firmness a fisherman learns from observing rocks withstand the waves. Emerson believes that everything in nature is interconnected, forming a unified whole. This unity extends to human relationships, with people's bodies embodying spiritual truths more perfectly than any other natural object. By exercising the human will, individuals shape nature according to their needs and desires, demonstrating the power of aligning human purpose with the natural world's harmony. Emerson explores the idea of unity, emphasizing that all truths in the universe are interconnected. He uses the metaphor of a circle which has no beginning or end to symbolize how every truth recalls others, forming a continuous flow. Emerson describes this as a great circle on a sphere, illustrating the seamless connection between nature, people, and ideas. For him, nature reflects this unity where each part mirrors the whole. Emerson also engages with the problem of subjective truth, acknowledging that it is impossible to prove whether the external world is real. Though individuals, like a carpenter absorbed in practical tasks, may not question reality, Emerson notes that the answer to whether nature exists independently ultimately does not matter. This reflection leads into a discussion of idealism, explaining how shifts in perception create a sense of separation from nature. While the world around us changes, we maintain a sense of personal stability, like a house standing firm despite external storms. A central theme in the essay is the power of poetry, which Emerson celebrates as the highest expression of nature. Poets transform ordinary objects by assigning new meanings through metaphor. For example, he references Shakespeare's ability to portray time as a trap in his sonnets. Emerson contrasts poets with philosophers and scientists, noting that poets focus on beauty and meaning, philosophers pursue abstract truth and often lose sight of nature. Scientists, particularly mathematicians, begin with abstraction rather than direct experience of the physical world. Emerson believes anyone can develop their intellect by thinking critically, even though only a few create transformative ideas. Emerson critiques religion and ethics for dismissing the value of nature, observing that they often emphasize spiritual truths at the expense of the physical world. He argues that nature should not be treated as inferior but appreciated for the lessons it offers about life and spirit. Emerson stresses the importance of seeing nature as a whole rather than obsessing over specific doctrines, encouraging a balanced view that recognizes both spiritual and material realities. Emerson asserts that ideas have divine origins and allow people to transcend time and space. Through contemplation, individuals can connect with deeper truths, achieving insight and even immortality. However, nature's spiritual essence remains elusive, containing mysteries beyond ordinary human understanding. This mystery, according to Emerson, is meaningful in itself and worth pursuing. He addresses three key questions. 1. What is nature made of? 2. Where did it come from? 3. What is its purpose? Drawing from idealism, Emerson suggests that matter is a phenomenon shaped by human perception. Nature appears separate from us, yet it is filled with meanings we project onto it. Emerson proposes that a universal spirit flows through everything, connecting all elements into a unified whole. However, modern life has created a rift between humanity and nature, and Emerson urges individuals to restore this lost connection. In the final section, Emerson emphasizes the value of intuition over scientific analysis. He believes true understanding arises from insight rather than mere observation. Drawing inspiration from Amos Bronson Alcott, Emerson concludes that reconnecting with nature and spiritual truths can heal the division between people and the world. His message is one of hope, suggesting that by trusting intuition and learning from nature, individuals can rediscover harmony, wisdom, and inner peace.